I'm stupid.
500 cigarettes.
I'm stupid.
What's going on YouTube? It's been a minute. I know it's been a minute. I haven't uploaded on this channel for a while, but fuck all of that. We have a lot to discuss. Thanksgiving has just passed and we recently got some big announcements for the UFC Paramount deal. As you know, UFC is on Paramount now. And they announced the first few fights that are going to be on with the new deal or whatever, and a lot of people are not happy about it, including me. Trust me, I'm very much my mind just can't process exactly like how this makes sense, you know. But let's get straight into it. So the first card of the year is UFC 324 Gaethje versus Pimblett. So we got Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett for the interim lightweight championship. So to provide a bit more context to why there is an interim belt, Topuria says that he won't be fighting early next year. So he's been dealing with a private matter, and I believe it has to do with his children and, you know, this divorce that he's going through or something. He says, I won't be fighting in the first quarter of next year. I'm going through a difficult moment in my personal life. I want to focus on my children and resolve this situation as soon as possible. I don't want to hold up the division. The UFC will make the matchups needed, and as soon as the matter is resolved, I'll let the UFC know I'm ready to begin my return. So this is rather interesting. I don't know exactly what the situation is with him, but it's unfortunate that he is separated from his kids, and I hope he's able to resolve that, because, you know, that's unfortunately what comes with divorce or whatever. But anywho, the next quote unquote top contenders of the division are Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett. Like, what about Arman? I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, Arman smokes both of these fuckers. They smoke both of these fuckers, and the only reason why Paddy's even in the picture is because of his popularity, because of how big of a star he is or whatever, right? That's it. He only beat Michael Chandler of all people, and he's ass, right? And that warrants you an interim title shot. Barely, I wouldn't even consider this really a title shot, but this is kind of crazy. And we got fucking diva drama queen Justin Gaethje basically threatening the UFC that he would leave it if he doesn't get a title shot, and somehow the UFC gave in, which is fucking embarrassing, honestly. Like, how, like, Arman, I know he recently fought in these in the UFC Qatar card, but he literally said that he's down to fight in January for the title. So why the fuck? What the fuck? Like, what is wrong with these matchmakers, bro? Like, an interim championship belt. This is the main event, right? Guess what the co-main is? Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes. This is the co-main. This is an actual championship bout, right? Versus an interim championship bout. So how does an interim championship bout take priority over an actual championship bout? Oh wait, they're women. It's because they're fucking women. It's crazy. That's crazy. And this is Amanda Nunes that's coming back. This ain't no bum or nobody or whatever. This ain't someone that's just in the bottom of the next number one contender or whatever. This is a legend right here. This is a person that solidified their name in the history books of MMA, right? Women's MMA always gets a lot of flack for it being boring or like fucking not as skilled, but both of these women are the most skilled we'll ever get, at least nowadays, right? this is the most skilled fighters that we're gonna get, and somehow the return of Amanda Nunes doesn't warrant her to be the main event, which is honestly fucking crazy. So that's very disappointing to see, but at least we, you know, she's back regardless. That's still gonna be, this is gonna be a good fight. I honestly don't give a shit about this fight. I really don't, because who gives a, like, who really gives a shit about them, a Mickey Mouse belt, bro? Ilya literally smokes both of them. Arman smokes both of them. And I keep saying this, bro, but I genuinely think Ilya is ducking Arman. He's ducking Arman, and that's not even counting, like, taking into account that he's dealing with this divorce situation. But no matter what, he just, like, he literally said himself that he'd rather vacate his belt or fight Paddy than fight Arman. He'd rather literally just avoid Arman at all costs. He's fucking scared of him. I'm telling you, Arman is a serious threat to Ilya, and he knows it. He knows it, and he's a scared motherfucker. So the UFC's protecting him, and he's running from him. Because I feel like the UFC's still mad at Arman for ruining the Islam rematch pay-per-view. So yeah, I think the whole situation is fucking crazy to me. And then we got Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong. So I mean, this is kind of like a, I'm not gonna say this is a whatever, because these are both pretty solid fighters, although I think Sean O'Malley kind of fell off after losing to Merab twice. Like, he's just, he's really not, he's not really a star as the UFC wants him to be. Song Yadong, I think, I don't know. I mean, his last fight was against, I think, Henry Cejudo. He won that via eye pokes. But who knows? I really don't know. They're both strikers, so this should be an interesting one. But I think Song Yadong's gonna try to take it to the ground. But hey, I'm not excited for it. It's like, okay, Sean O'Malley's back, cool, whatever. And then we got the pirate himself, Waldo Cortez Acosta, versus the Black Beast, Derek Lewis. So as y'all know, well, some of y'all know, I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but despite the heavyweight division having a lot of bullshit going on, this man is kind of saving it. Waldo is saving the heavyweight division with how active he is. He fought, I believe, 5 times in 2024-25. I don't know if it was 5 or 4. I can't remember. No, it was 5 times. He went 4-1. So this is very nice for him to. It's very nice to see him, you know, just keep fighting constantly. It's great. You know, the activity is very much nice to see. And of course, who doesn't like to watch Derek Lewis fight? So it's gonna be a banger fight. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking forward to it. Although I kind of wish this fight was booked for the fucking December card on the Apex, the last Apex card of the year. But hey, it is what it is. And yeah, and then we also have Arnold Allen versus Sean Silva. Now, this is a pretty bangering fight, but I don't think I've ever really seen Arnold Allen fight. So maybe John Silva probably learned from his loss against Diego Lopes. He'll probably come back stronger after all that. But it's funny because Arnold Allen literally said that he was going to move up to 155, but I think he was trolling. He definitely was trolling. He was trolling for sure. And then we got Alexa Grasso versus Rose Namajunas. I think Rose kind of called for this fight after her last fight, and I'd say I mean, this is decent. I mean, I'm okay. I'm all right. I think Alexa got it. To be honest, Rose kind of fell off, despite Alexa coming off a loss and Rose coming off a win. Yeah, it'll probably be close, but I got Alexa. But I'm not like these two fights. I'm not like, oh my god, these are fire. This one is pretty up there. This one's okay, and this one's okay. It's nothing to go home about, right? But then that's not even the the total story, bro. Hold on. And then we got this bullshit, bro. Volk versus Lopes 2. What are we doing here? What the fuck are we doing here? Matchmakers, UFC. What the fuck are we doing here? You mean to tell me that it's better to give Lopes? Look, I love Diego. I do. But we got Lerone Murphy coming off a crazy knockout against Aaron Pico. Crazy win streak, undefeated. We got Mosar, still undefeated in the UFC. Hasn't been as active though. And then we got yeah, I think those are the main two contenders that should be up next, really. Not fucking Diego, bro. Doesn't make sense. Like, look, we get it. He got a crazy knockout against John Silva or whatever. But you gotta give other contenders a chance. You gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. You gotta be fucking kidding me. This is like I don't know, bro. I think it's because, like, at this point it's very much a popularity contest rather than, you know, whoever is the best. Of course, you know, I think Lerone had a lot to say. The UFC is really just trying to tap into the Mexican market. He said missing the opportunity to fight one of the featherweight goats is what hurts the most. It's not about who's best anymore, it's about who's popular. Yeah, pretty much, bro. Pretty fucking much. It's crazy what the fuck's going on right now. It's crazy. And a lot of people, even Volk is confused. Hold on, wow, let's watch this, what Volk said.
Bit of work involved. Obviously, we all know that I wanted to fight earlier. I wanted, you know, I thought it was going to be December. You know, we thought, you know, Lerone Murphy, December. I guess UFC, and they were waiting for John Silva and Lopes. Then they were saying Lopes, and we're like, you know, obviously we're like, we just fought that guy. Is there more deserving people, whatnot? Whatever, you know, everyone knows that I'll fight anyone, right? So whoever they put in front of me, I'll do. But then it was looking like it wasn't going to happen. But then it did happen, which was great. Again, I thought, you know, it was a Mobzar deserving, Lerone Murphy. I thought they were the two guys. They're the guys I called out. UFC really want Lopes. At least everyone knows they're in for a trick. You know, with your Mobzars and Lerones, you know, they're probably, you know, they're more deserving. But is you know, are they going to bring a fight like Lopes would? I think the fans are going to appreciate the fight that me and Lopes are going to have.
That's what I'm saying. Even Volk is like, yeah, literally Lerone and Mosar are more deserving. Yet fucking somehow, bro, it's like you gave it to Lopes. Like, it just doesn't make sense, bro. It really doesn't. I agree with okay, Aljo says I agree with Lerone even if I didn't get hit, even if I didn't get it. All right, bro. Aljo, you're making it by yourself, fuckhead. Him or Mosar for sure should have been the guy. Mosar got passed over by Lopes and he gets another opportunity for gold. LOL. Fair play to Lopes, but you can see why guys start to lose love for the game. Cold world. And one thing I will say, I wouldn't put this on Lopes. It's really the UFC that's doing this bullshit, bro. It's the UFC. I don't know what the fuck they're thinking right now, but it makes no goddamn sense. And the first fight wasn't even close. It wasn't like, it was 4-1, bro. It was 4-1, like 49-46. And you mean to tell me Lopes still gets a rematch off of beating John Silva? Like, come on, man. This shit is fucking crazy. And I think Mosar, basically he called out Lerone for like a #1 contender fight. He called him Leon Murphy. Fucking, that's low-key racist if you really think about it. Yeah, MMA Guru basically is disgusted by this shit, and the decision by the UFC itself is like the Mexican by. It's like, bro, they really want Diego to be champ, bro. They're pushing for the shit like crazy. Especially they decide who they want as champion and feed them. Yeah, literally, bro. Like, what the fuck? I mean, look, the fight is gonna be a banger. I don't think it's gonna be a sleeper fest. I saw the first fight in person, and it was a banger fight. But here's the thing, like, Diego, like, no, he doesn't deserve it. Like, we got fucking Lerone, bro. We got Mosar. We got options here, and the most obvious option to you was fucking Lopes, bro. Somebody said this type of title fight that will probably make people question Volk's legacy in 10 years. Bro was so overrated. All these title fights or rematches or fighting washed olds and old TK. I don't even know who this is. And mid or take. Well, look, Volk will always be a legend regardless. He will always be a legend. But this is honestly very embarrassing from the UFC's part. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. The UFC needs to straighten the fuck up. Stop making these stupid fucking decisions. Like, this ain't a sport, bro. They're literally ruining the sport, honestly. But that's enough of me ranting. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. How do y'all feel about the new UFC Paramount cards? If you feel like it's gonna be some good stuff, or it's gonna be some bullshit. I don't know. I'm kind of like in the middle-ish. I think like they got too comfortable. They're not even making like big fights. This is not a big fight to me. The biggest fight so far I've seen is Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes. Everything else is like, who gives a fuck, right? So yeah, maybe that money just made them less hungry. Who knows, bro? But yeah, I'm out this bitch. See you on the next one. Guys, I completely forgot about this fight right here. Sorry about that. We got Umar Nurmagomedov versus Deiveson Figueiredo. I'm just gonna, like, this again, this is not a fight that I'm hyped for. It's probably gonna be pretty straightforward. Umar is gonna get the win. Figgy barely won his last fight, so I'm thinking it will go to Umar, honestly. But like, honestly, bro, like, I'm gonna say this again. These fights don't make no any goddamn sense. This is a fucking domination. Like, number 1 versus number 6. Did he not just be Mario Batista? Like, should he not be getting whatever, bro? I'm just gonna let y'all decide what y'all think of this shit. This is a garbage matchup. Umar by decision or submission. All right, I'm out this bitch.